Hi everyone and welcome to Community Conversations. This is our brand new relaunch and we're so excited to welcome you all. So thank you so much for joining us this evening, or if you're watching on the replay. Don't forget to comment any of your questions or any of your thoughts, because we would love to know. Now, my name's Georgia. I am the marketing lead for Portsmouth Pride, and I'm your host for this evening. We also have the lovely Chantel, who is, some of you may know, she's head of photography, one of the marketing and brand team members, and she's also the producer of Community Conversations. Come and show us your face, Shan.
Hi.
Oh, hi. So this is Chantel, and Chantel runs everything behind the scenes. She's the techie one, really. So if you ever email in to talk about community conversations, Chantel's probably the person you're going to chat to. So we've got a jam-packed show coming up, haven't we, Shan?
We absolutely do.
We've got some lovely guests. In fact, the backstage area is brimming with wonderful people. Yeah, it is. So we've got lovely Kim, Aaron, Mads, Jen with us. We're going to talk to you a little bit today about what Community Conversations is and our plans for it. But first of all, let's say hello to our guests.
Should we bring them in?
Bring them in, Shan. So, yeah, we've got a really varied team tonight coming to say hello. We've got Mads, we've got Jen, we've got Kim, we've got Aaron. Say hi, guys.
Hey.
So we're going to be talking to all you guys later individually. We can't wait to have a chat with you. So we'll see you in a bit. Now, what is Community Conversations? It was Portsmouth Pride's answer to the pandemic. We wanted to give a bit of digital outreach to help support our community in times of trouble and hardship, really. It was the brainchild of Tali Aslam, our chairman or chairperson. Thank you, Chantel. And Chantel was roped in to produce it as well. Now, Tali's workload's crazy, so we're all kind of helping out and chipping in, because, to be honest, we've all been fighting over who gets to host every week. So you might see a few different faces, not just my ugly mug. Now, Community Conversations is a live stream series. We're going to bring it to you every other week at 7 p.m. So get that date in your diaries. It's on Facebook Live or it's on YouTube, and we also upload it to Instagram afterwards. So don't worry if you're busy, you can watch it another time. We're going to be discussing any political things that are going on, any events and current affairs that are affecting the LGBTQ plus community, along with having guests who are actually part of the community, listening to their stories, and understanding how we can help you as well. So this is the first call to action tonight. If you have got someone, hey, Caitlin. So Caitlin's here. Caitlin's an amazing trans activist and LGBTQ advocate. Woo! Lovely to see you, my darling girl. So Community Conversations, as I was saying, we will have different people on from the community, and also to help educate allies and people who want to learn a little bit more about us and maybe are a bit afraid to ask certain questions. So we're hoping that these discussions are going to be educational and positive. Now, one of the biggest main parts of Portsmouth Pride, it's part of our ethos, is the fact that Portsmouth Pride isn't just one day. We work tirelessly all year round, pandemic or not. We know that inequality and problems for LGBTQ plus individuals are still there, whatever time of year. And that's why we want you to meet some of the faces behind Portsmouth Pride, to have an understanding of what we're doing, but also so we can get a better understanding of what you guys want, what support you need, and actually how we can help. Pride isn't just a party that happens in June on the Common every year. There is so much more to that. And hopefully tonight is going to kind of educate you, show you a bit more. But not only that, Community Conversations will be doing that long term as well. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I've missed. Other thing,
I think you've actually just said it.
Well, You'd think so. The other thing is that this is a safe space. So if there are any questions that people want to ask, anything regarding pronouns, gender, as long as it is worded in a respectful and friendly way, we're more than happy to help, and we're always here to help people who want to learn. So please do not be afraid to comment on Facebook, pop it in the comments on YouTube, or you can always drop us an email or get in touch via one of our social media platforms. I know Shan will be putting the contact information going along the bottom throughout the show, so take a note. We'd love to hear from you. Now, enough of me gabbering on about community conversations. Let's get into it, shall we? So, first of all, we have got the incredible Kim, who's just taken on a new role as fundraising coordinator for Portsmouth Pride. Although she's been involved with the organisation for a while, she's definitely still full of energy, as if she's brand new out of the box. So let's have a chat with Kim and see a little bit more, learn a little bit more about what it is that she's doing. Kim?
I'm going to disappear.
Right. Okay, we'll see you in a bit, Shan.
Hi.
Here she is. Hi, Kim. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good, looking very dapper in your lovely Portsmouth Pride shirt. Look at that one.
I'd bring the glitter out.
Of course you do. Now then, my lovely, you have just started a new role, haven't you?
Yeah, I've taken on Portsmouth Pride fundraising coordinator. I was doing it last year, but this year it's I've given it a new name, coordinator.
Okay.
Got a good team behind me now, and this, even though we've not been putting any events on, we are still got things up our sleeves that we're trying to sort out and organise.
So this all sounds very exciting. So this is, although you've been with the organisation for quite a while, when was it that you actually kind of first got involved with Portsmouth Pride, Kim?
I was asked to help out in 2017, which was the first year that Tally, Sarah and Kat had taken on the roles of organising the main day. And I was just asked to help out, which I started doing, and I ended up being looking after backstage on the main day, and organising who was going on stage and who was coming off, and making sure they were where they were supposed to be. And I enjoyed it so much and loved the day that I thought, yeah, I need to do more of this. I need to be helping out much, much more. So I put myself forward for the committee, and here I am today.
So now that sounds like a pretty easy story, but I know for sure how much hard work Kim really does put in. Kim's one of the volunteers. We're really, really lucky to have a bank of volunteers of people who are super passionate about helping us out. But I know for many years, Kim's always the one before a main day event, running around in her car, doing all the bits and bobs and the running around. So she's super organised. So Kim, why is Portsmouth Pride still important today?
It's very important because as we've gone on, you see in the news of all the troubles and the suffering. And I personally, I'm an ally, and I'm not that well educated with all the past. So I've taken it upon myself to get involved. I learn something new every day. And so it's very important that there are allies there, so that other allies that maybe don't understand or aren't sure about Pride, because I think it's very scary. A lot of them, it's almost like the unknown. People my age, I'm in my 50s, they've been brought up with a different attitude, and it's all changing. The world is changing every day. So I'm there to put my face out there to show that someone of my age, I can learn every day. And so we welcome you, other allies, to come along and find out about everything that goes on.
Completely. And Kim, you are a shining example of how an ally can educate themselves, can learn, and can ask those questions. I completely agree that it can be a really intimidating environment sometimes. And from what I've learned, it's that allies don't want to upset or offend people. And I know Kim's really, really good at asking those questions and having those open conversations. So Pride is a... Go on, Kim, go on.
To ask a question. And if someone is nervous about asking the questions, come and speak to me and I will ask them for you and I will find out and get back to you. So don't ever be scared, because that's how we move on as human beings. That's how we move on, is by learning and finding out things. And you can do that every single day of your life.
Completely. Now, Kim, I know you're super passionate about Pride, and I know you've been involved for a while, and I really want to know, what's your favourite memory? What's your favourite memory of Portsmouth Pride?
Oh wow, that is a really tough one. Last year I did Battle of the Bands and at the Wedgwood Rooms, and right from organising, getting all the bands to apply, seeing them all having their auditions and getting them on the stage, and to see people coming in the door, people coming in, which is my job, is to raise funds. But that's not my main job. My main job is to put an event on that's safe and that people can come along and they can enjoy and have a really good time. And I think my favourite moment was last year. I was stood just beside backstage, watching people getting up. They were dancing, they were singing, and the bands were having a fantastic time on stage. And I felt, yes, this is what I was wanting to achieve. And I think that was a favourite moment, that I'd actually got to see that, you know, I think that I'd managed to do that.
Yeah, completely. And I was there at that event, and not only was it spectacular for entertainment, it was an amazing atmosphere that we had people from all different walks of life, all different sexualities, all different genders come together, and it was a really equal space. Everyone was treated with equality and respect. And I know a lot of people think of Portsmouth Pride as one main day event, but I think this just goes to show that there is so much more that Portsmouth Pride does.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, and I mean events that actually are accessible for everyone. And Battle of the Bands certainly was one, and it was so much fun.
So many other memories that I could, you know, call up, that, you know, it's been absolutely fantastic. But my main aim is to put on events as big as the ones of Battle of the Bands, up to dinner dances, to tiny, small, intimate events that people are going to feel safe to come along and with their friends and meet up. So even the tiny events with maybe, I don't know, 5 or 10 people in a cream tea shop or a fete in a field. That's my aim, is to have it in a safe area, a safe space, spread across the whole of Portsmouth, not just down in Southsea, but I'm aiming to go up north and get many more venues on board and do these events that, you know, hopefully will attract the whole community to come along and enjoy. And it's for everyone. It's totally for everyone to come and enjoy.
Oh my gosh, Kim, that is such a lovely sentiment, and totally agree. Listen, I could sit and talk to you for hours, as we know, because we will sit and chat for hours, but we've got to chat to some other people as well. So it's been lovely talking to you. Shan will sort you out, because I haven't got a clue what's going on. But thank you so much for joining us, Kim. And now if you see Kim out and about, you can give her a shout, say hello. She's always there. She's always there supporting events. And if you're ever in HB, Kim is a regular.
I'm not far from HB.
She's not far. Lovely to chat to you, Kim. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much for coming on.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. So that was the lovely Kim, who's fundraising coordinator. Lovely lady, and as you can tell, super passionate about what we do. So next up, we've got the lovely Aaron, who some of you might recognise as he's done a few live things in the past. And Aaron is a trustee and Portsmouth Pride Youth Society. My mind went blank. I don't know why. Hi, Aaron. How are you, my love?
I'm okay. You keep making me laugh, though, so I might pig snore. Yeah, just to put
no worries. Well, actually, I must apologise. You've mentioned it. I keep opening the door behind me, and if anyone can hear pig noises in the background, I've got my dog Coco Chanel down here, and she just sounds like a pig. So if I'm chatting saying "good girl," that's why, because she'd love to be on right now. Yeah, you know her, you know. So, my darling, thank you so much for joining us. talk to us. Portsmouth Pride Youth Society. You've just been re-voted in for another year. Tell us a little bit about the Youth Society and what it is that you guys do.
Okay, cool. So the Youth Society was founded in 2018, and it was set up by myself and Sarah. And we wanted to almost reach out to different areas of the city, so across Portsmouth, and across like the kind of wider areas as well, so like Havant, Gosport, Fareham, Isle of Wight. And our kind of goal is just to help kind of connect different young people that you identify as LGBTQ+, are an ally, and to provide sort of safe events and safe spaces for those young people to socialise and meet other people. Yeah.
Definitely. And
Cool.
you guys work really, really hard. And I think it's probably worth noting now at this point that Portsmouth Pride isn't just an over 18s thing. It isn't just, all focused around drinking, going out. There's certainly a lot of outreach for under 18s for the Youth Society. And you guys certainly do a lot of outreach within that, right?
Yeah, well, we've had lots of like different events. So in 2018, that was the first time we ever had young people perform on Portsmouth Pride stage, and as far as I'm aware, like across Pride across the UK as well. So it's great to be able to sort of showcase the talent and creativity of our young people. So our young people, they perform on the Portsmouth Pride main stage. They did it in 2018, 2019, and they performed at a digital Pride event in 2020. We host auditions for those young people to perform at. Our young people have also performed on our Instagram live events. We've had like art sessions. We've had banner making sessions, so young people can create like a banner so they can protest and march in and our like parade on the main day as well. And they just provide great opportunities for different young people to come together, meet each other. And the best thing about it is they're all free.
Yes.
Oh, and our youth night, it's like one of our biggest events. Yeah, we have like yeah, pretty cool.
So tell us about the youth night, because you've done it for 1 or 2 years now, have you? Was it 2? Yeah. So that was held at Hampton Boulevard, right?
Yes, it was. Yeah, so the HB, they kindly allowed us access to the venue for free, so we could kind of host the night for young people. So it was on for 3 hours. We've had 4 people attend and perform at each of those events as well, and they get to have the young people get to have a meet and greet as well. We specifically aged it for 13 to 17-year-olds, and we kind of sell refreshments there. There's no alcohol allowed. And the kind of like event is managed by social workers, mental health practitioners, and other volunteers as well. So we can kind of make sure that children are kept safe there, but also, there are people there that are mental health trained, just to kind of look out for people's mental well-being as well.
He's got every post covered. Every post. Now, I think it's worth mentioning as well, Aaron's professionally trained. He's got a background in social work and knows exactly what he's doing. But also, you're really in touch on the ground with what's going on a day-to-day basis. So, Aaron, why do you think now more than ever, there's still a need for Portsmouth Pride, particularly for young people? Why do you think that is?
Yeah, I think it still surprises me how many people still don't know that actually is a Portsmouth Pride event and Portsmouth Pride exists. So still, like, even now I've been with the organisation for it's been my 4th year, people still don't know there is a Portsmouth Pride. So it's really important that we continue to grow and reach out to different people, because at our main event, we have a range of different kind of like sort of health services, wellbeing services, from like mental health, physical health as well, also support organisations as well. And loads of our young people can benefit from accessing those. Loads of adults can benefit from accessing those services, and they're all together in one place at a free event. I think as well, like, it still strikes me how mental health is, like, poor mental health is still quite high within the LGBTQ plus community. Suicide rates are still quite high as well. So it's really important that we're able to reach out to those different people and provide them support as well. And not only that, it's about promoting like equality, inclusion and acceptance amongst our community. Like, it still warms me that there are people that attend Pride that wouldn't normally attend, and then by attending they're actually able to sort of change their views. And that's really, really important. It's about trying to change people's mindset and promote that equality and inclusion. Yeah,
definitely. And that is something that I can definitely say speaks across the whole of Portsmouth Pride, that for us it's not just about our community, although most of us are part of the community and we're really passionate about that. It's also about educating allies, and we're open to that as well. So I know Portsmouth Pride Youth Society is open to allies, children who want to learn, and also who have friends who are in the LGBTQ plus community, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. So I know sometimes a lot of people do wonder, and they think, well, why would you only do it for LGBTQ plus people and children? Because then we're separating and segregating even more. But that certainly isn't the case. And Aaron is one of the most inclusive people I know. So I know, correct me if I'm wrong, you were one of the founding members, right?
I joined a little bit after.
A little bit after, right?
Yeah,
I get confused, but it's something that's really important to you. I know you're really close to people who did start it. What does Portsmouth Pride mean to you?
Okay.
Tough one, I know.
Sweetheart, about the importance of it, but it's just really important for me, just because, like, I suppose looking back at my childhood, I never had a pride event to go to when I was young, and it would have been really helpful for me if I would have had a safe space, not just on one day a year, but a safe space that I could attend different events all year around to help me feel included and help kind of support me with my own kind of difficulties at that young age. So yeah, that's important to me. Yeah, and that's part of the reason as well why I founded the Youth Society as well, just to provide that support to different young people as well. Yeah, and with probably a perfect time to do a shameless plug.
Do it. We love a shameless plug here on Community Conversations.
No shame, no all pride here. If you want to join the Portsmouth Pride Youth Society, then what you need to do is you need to go onto Instagram, type in Portsmouth Pride Youth Society, and then just follow our page. That's all you need to do.
Definitely. Shan will get that going along the banner on the bottom, so don't worry if you didn't catch that. Write it down. It's on the banner. No worries there. Aaron, you've been doing this for a while. I know that you absolutely love it on the day. You're like, you are completely stuck in. What's your favourite memory of Portsmouth Pride, whether it's a main day event, whether it's one of the, the smaller events we do around the year?
What, other than kissing Alexis Masha?
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. Oh.
I keep always saying it. You guys never include it in the promo, so I'm like, right.
Right, so it's his claim to fame. 2018, we had the wonderful Alexis Michelle headline our main day event. And it was really exciting. And Aaron got a little bit whisked away by the wonderful Alexis and a little bit starstruck and managed to get a little kiss. So would you say that's your favourite moment?
I was saying this plug again. No, it's probably, again, like I mentioned earlier, about watching the young people perform on the main stage. Yeah, I just thought it was fun. Incredible. And
they don't perform, they smash it. Like, it is a whole performance that they spend weeks putting together. They put so much work into it, and it is always guaranteed to be the performance that is the tearjerker of the day. But isn't it? Because you just see these incredible children who, even backstage, some of them are quiet, are shy, are struggling. And they get on stage and they just light up. And that is a credit to the work that Aaron and the Portsmouth Pride Youth Society team do. So, yeah, if you want to get involved, follow them on Insta. Go on, Aaron.
And yeah, I just think as well as providing like a platform for them to perform, it also gives them a chance to create their own family as well, which is just something wonderful to see. Watch them build those friendships and build that kind of queer family, especially like as we know amongst the queer community as well, that rejection within families is quite like a common thing. So it's quite nice that they can create their own little queer family. Yeah,
definitely.
And some of them have. Yeah, some of them they self-dubbed it themselves as their gay club.
Oh,
yeah,
that's so important, especially when children at their school or in their class, they don't have any other children that they can relate to that look like them, that feel like them. And that's why what you do is super, super important, and why it's such a mega, mega part of Portsmouth Pride. Thank you so much for taking the time to come on here, Aaron. And if you want to get involved with the Youth Society, go check them out on Instagram, drop them a message. I know they'll be super, super proud and happy to talk to you. And if you're a parent and you want to kind of discuss any issues that your children are going through, give them a message as well, because I know Aaron's the perfect guy to talk to and can also help signpost to other services. So thank you so, so much, Aaron. And we will see you soon. If you see Aaron out and about, you know what to do. Say, hey, girl. Right, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much, Aaron. So Aaron is such a bubbly, fun person, and I'm sure you can tell already, is the perfect person to be leading the Portsmouth Pride Youth Society. Now, next up, we have Mads. Mads has just taken on a brand new role as well. She has just become the Diversity and Inclusions Officer as a part of the Portsmouth Pride community team. We could see that there was a gap in our representation, and we could see that actually we needed to do something about it. And that's why Mads has stepped in with her knowledge and her background, professional and lived experiences, to be able to fill that gap. So let's bring Mads in.
Hi.
Hello, Mads. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so excited to have you on the show to discuss what it is that you're doing, because I think it's something that's really important, especially for this year, for 2020, 2021. It's something that we really need to kind of tackle. So tell us a little bit about your role as Diversity and Inclusions Officer.
Okay, so as you've already mentioned, being inclusive and diverse in representation and support through Portsmouth Pride has always been something that we have tried to achieve as a committee, but it's just something that I felt needed a dedicated role. So it was a suggestion I put forward for the community team. It is a brand new role, so I'll be learning as I go along. And for that reason also, I'm happy to take suggestions and questions from people, either via my Pride email, which is madeline@portsmouthpride.org.uk, or if you can't remember that, pop a message for attention of Mads via the Pride page and I'll get back to you.
Got that in there quick. Look, Shan will get that going along the banner, so not to worry. We'll get Mads' email. Don't panic if you're trying to write it down.
So what I'm planning to do with this role, I'd like to take suggestions from the community, but as a start, I'd like to start to build online resources that people can access and give support that way, but also looking at face-to-face support. I know we're currently restricted by COVID, but we can still have small meetups. So I'm going to try and find some safe spaces and create some meetups, groups, possible events. We are actually organising a big show at the moment that's coming up in March. All the performers in that show are Black, Asian, trans or non-binary, so they're all like minority groups.
Yes.
And even one of the performers has a invisible disability as well, so we're bringing in more kind of diversity that way. Keep an eye out on the Pride page, because we'll start advertising that once we've got it all together. At the moment, we've secured a date, a venue and a lineup, but there'll be more information on that.
So you've got so much going on.
Yep.
I mean, that is incredible. Absolutely incredible. So you've got big things planned. And actually there's a massive issue that is in entertainment and LGBTQ plus entertainment quite a lot as well, is the lack of representation and the lack of different minorities and just different diversity, really. So it's really exciting that you're bringing this in as part of an initiative for Portsmouth Pride. And I'm sure there are lots of people watching saying, yes, there are going to be people like me.
Absolutely.
It's really exciting.
I must say that when I watched the online Pride that was done this year, and I sat here watching all the acts come on thinking, the diversity in this is fantastic. We'd already made a really good step towards it, and I was so pleased to see such a diverse lineup, and we want to keep that going. But I've got to give kudos to the guys that did the online Pride for that.
Definitely. Dan and Matt did an amazing job, and Cherry was an incredible host as well. We were so lucky to have so many amazing acts, performers and people support us for that in such a short turnaround. And it's awesome that you're going to be kind of carrying on with that. That's excellent. So, Mads, you have kind of been about a bit in the Portsmouth Pride organisation. You've been involved for a while, right?
Yeah.
So tell me why you first got involved. Why did you start volunteering with Portsmouth Pride?
It started off way back in 2016 when I was invited by our figurehead Cherry Liqueur to come and perform at Pride along with my burlesque troupe. And then from there, from 2017, we formed this brand new committee, and we had literally no resources. Cherry contacted me and said, let's get this Pride going and, you know, tap into our resources, call in favours. And we managed to pull off a small event in 2017. And I've been involved ever since then. It kind of grew from there. I was initially involved with entertainment, but I've taken a step back from that now and left it to the professionals. So that's,
she says,
that's now run by Chris and his team from HB, who live and breathe entertainment. So this year I'm thinking, okay, let me use some of my other skills and some of the contacts I have and really focus on that diversity element of Pride.
For sure. And I mean, for those of you who don't know, Mads is professionally trained as well. She's super involved with different diversity and inclusion initiatives outside of Portsmouth Pride as well. So if you're ever wondering about anything like that, she's definitely the lady to talk to. So we've had a question come in from Samuel. And it says about, well, it's discussing around inclusion at events and main events. They say that they've often been misgendered at Pride by stall holders. Is there a way of making the event something that is a bit more inclusive within everyone that is there?
I think we just need to kind of remind people constantly about pronouns. I mean, this year especially, it's a really big thing. People are aware there are different pronouns. There's much more public awareness of, you know, how people are identifying, what they like to be called. For example, we've all got our pronouns on here now. I was asked about pronouns on Facebook, actually, and gendering. And I said, personally, I do use she or her. I don't mind they, them. And I'm even not offended if masculine things are used. For example, if somebody calls me dude or mate or something like that, I don't have a problem with that. However, I know some people are very particular about what pronouns they wish to be called by. If somebody gets married, they're called by their new surname. You know, that's not the name they were born with, but people just accept that in society, as an example. So if you're identifying as a different gender and you choose a pronoun, then you deserve that kind of respect as well, to be called your chosen pronoun. There's no reason why people can't do that. And I just think we just need to focus on educating people more about that and just being really on it with pronouns and just normalizing it. You know,
completely. And
we need to be doing.
And that's a mindset shared by everyone who volunteers for Portsmouth Pride as part of the trustee, down to people who just volunteer a few hours at an event here and there. So we're definitely working at making Pride more inclusive for everyone. And I know there's been talk about a language guide and things that maybe we could share with stall holders as well. But we've got Mads here involved to be able to bridge those gaps. So anything that you have in terms of inclusivity, any problems you've encountered, let us know. We can feed them back to Mads and make sure that there is action taken to be inclusive. It's something that we're all aware of, particularly now more than ever, as you say, Mads.
For example, with stall holders at Pride, we do have a stall holders agreement that they sign when they sign up to Pride, and there's no reason why we can't include in that to be respectful of people's pronouns. And, you know, that's something they have to agree to when they're signing up to run a stall.
So look, even from Samuel, even from that question, there's going to be action taken forward. So it's that easy. It's that easy. Just let us know. Be kind when you feed back to us, and we'll always try our best. Now, Mads, before you dash off, I'd love to know what your favourite memory of Portsmouth Pride is.
I do have two. Is that all right?
Yeah, of course. It's so hard to choose one.
There's one memory from the main day. This is like going back to 2018, the first time we had a full organised parade. I was on site. We were setting up for the entertainment for the day, and I just saw this snake of diverse, colourful people just winding over the hill, walking down, and there were so many people there, and they looked so happy and so bright. And I just looked at that and I thought, look what we've done, look what we've created, all these people supporting it. And it was just really heartwarming to just watch them all come over, and this pure celebration that was there. That I absolutely loved.
And the happiness
moment.
the happiness, the tears of joy on on parents' faces, the pride on some parents' faces, just being able to see their children be themselves.
Together. Absolutely amazing. And my second one, going back to what Aaron was saying about the youth nights, volunteering at those youth nights, it was so much fun. And just watching all those youngsters feeling so safe, being able to express themselves, knowing they're in a safe space around people that are like them. And I just kept saying to people all night, this is brilliant, this is brilliant. And this is something I want to create for minority groups as well, like using what Aaron's done with the youth group as a guide to try and expand that further to other areas of the community. So I'm really excited about this role.
Yeah, you could tell you are absolutely beaming, and you can see the excitement coming out of you. And, you know, all the things you're discussing are super, super exciting. Any way we can help, we will. And if you guys want to get involved and help Mads in her inclusion and diversity challenge, then do get in touch. We'll put you her way. Yeah,
definitely open to suggestion. I'm here to listen as an ally and as an advocate. So please contact me. Please tell me what you need, what you want. I'm so open to suggestions.
And there's our email. So go and drop her an email. Now, Mads, it's been so good to chat to you. Thank you so, so much. And we have got to move on because time is running away with me. I'm having such a nice time chatting with everyone. Thank you so much, Mads. You're an angel.
Thank you for having me.
Take care. Bye. Gosh, what a lovely, lovely lady. She's so, so passionate about making a difference. And you can really tell that with, I think, everyone we've spoken to so far this evening. So moving on, we have got the incredible Jen, who helps out and who runs and leads the community team for Portsmouth Pride. So Jen, where are you, babe?
I'm here.
Here she is. How are you?
Hey, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. It's been really nice. She's been sat in the green room. Look, you can see behind. That's our lovely green room. Just joking, it's virtual. So, Jen, let's get into it because I know I'll chat away. So, community lead. Tell us, what does Portsmouth Pride community team do? What is it all about?
Well, that's a really tough question to ask. When I am, yeah, thanks, thanks, Hans. But when I joined Portsmouth Pride last year, I was the deputy community lead, and then Aaron had to take a step down. So then I took a step up, and then I had to think about what I would like to do and what I personally would like to see from the actual community team. And it's been quite crazy, if I'm going to be honest, with COVID-19 happening and the restrictions that I've faced to try and reach out to the local community. So me and Mikey, who also is part of the community team, he's a deputy community lead as well. We did like a survey monkey, and thank you to all who answered the questions. And it was amazing, the actual feedback that we got back from people. It was about reaching out to the trans community, the BAME community, also to young adults, and what advice and support that we can actually give to you guys out there. So what we're looking at doing is analysing the data that we got and creating like a soft, solid plan of what we're going to do out through the year. But one of the things that I'm really excited to do is working with local charities. Although we're a charity ourselves, I thought it'd be amazing if we could work with local charities in the community and see what we can do to actually support them as well. And then looking at also like the BAME and the trans community and seeing what support we can actually give them. And I know that Mads is going to do fantastic at that as well. Yeah. So
in case you can't tell, Jen is super up on partnerships and collaborations. She was the one who suggested we got in touch with Pigeon Books a while ago, who, Pete, I know there was some feedback, people saying, well, why would you talk to a bookshop? But the fact that we can partner up and collaborate with incredible local businesses who are supporting the queer and LGBTQ plus community is great. And Jen's always up for collaborating, and actually is probably one of the reasons why we do collaborate with so many organisations.
Yeah. I would love to work with loads of local companies. I think that it's actually really good to actually reach out and see what we can give them and then they can give us in return, but also educate them as well. So one of the reasons why we decided to use Pigeon Books was because of the diverse books that they have, and it's all about education and educating people, and that is the key, and that's what we need to do. I know that Kim has spoken about it and yourself has spoken about it, but what we really need to do is actually educate ourselves as well, to know what we're actually giving out into the public domain.
For sure. And I think it's just super important, isn't it? It's how we can move society forward in the world, not only just in Portsmouth. So Jen, why did you first get involved with Portsmouth Pride? What's your connection?
Okay, well, I don't know if any of you guys know, but Aaron is my brother. And
surprise!
I was really inspired by the work that he does in Portsmouth Pride, but then didn't realise that there was actually a Portsmouth Pride. And looking at all the work that all the community members had done, and thought, I really want to be a part of that. And it's taught me a lot of things that I know now as well. So I can use that in my work as well, and in young adults as well, which is really, really good. And that's one of the things that I really want to do, working with the charities, educating them and working with local businesses and getting out into the community and educating them as well, you know?
Definitely. And I suppose that's what community is all about when it comes to Portsmouth Pride. It's not just looking at one separate group of people. It's about how we can integrate everyone into living into a more equal society. Would you agree, Jen?
100%. Yeah, definitely. And I'm going to put a little plug.
Do it. Yeah. We love a plug.
So there's only 3 of us on the community team at the moment. Obviously Aaron's part of that and Tally, and then we have you guys that are part of that, but we will be putting a post out soon for volunteers, and we want a sort of people with different mindsets on what we've got and feel that they can actually bring something to the team and know about there may be gaps that we're not actually filling up, as they can say, and we would love for new community members to come on board and actually support us. Yeah,
completely. And I second that for the entire organisation. We are always looking for volunteers, and we understand the importance of having a diverse group of people in order to be able to be represented. What is the word, Georgia? In order to represent everyone. So I've just popped my teeth back in. Fine. Jen, tell me what you can tell that this is it. We're 40 minutes in, guys. The teeth have gone. Jen, tell me, what's your favourite memory of Portsmouth Pride? I know you've been to so many different events and you've been involved for quite a while as well. Tell us.
Okay, right. One of my my fondest memories of Portsmouth Pride was walking down to the main parade and seeing, like Mad said, such a diverse people out there. Like there was babies and prams with the flag and parents that were also supporting it. You had young adults, kids from my school as well, which was awesome. And it was just such a celebration. And And it was just an amazing sight to see that everyone was coming together and there was no discrimination or anything or any sort of segregation. It was just everyone coming together and always and wanting the same thing. And working for Portsmouth Pride Community Team, we want that all year round, and we want you guys to support that as well.
Completely agree.
Oh, I've got a question.
Sorry?
I've got a question. What was your fondest memory?
Oh, well, I'm going to say mine in a minute, and I would probably say it was meeting Alexis Michelle. You'll see why that's funny later. Listen, Jen, thank you so much for coming on. You are an incredible person. I know how hard you work, and anybody to work with Jen would be absolutely privileged to. So please do get involved. She's a great person to work with. Thank you so much, Jen. Yeah, come join our team. Thank you so much, Jen. We will see you very soon. Thanks for coming on the show. It's lovely to see you. So I think, as you can tell, we've got such a diverse, eclectic mix of people. I'm going to keep it going before we start rounding up and sort of discussing what's been going on. Shan, do you want to pop back in? We'd love to see.
Hi.
Oh, hey, girl. So, Chantel. Now, Chantel's got a few different roles. Not only does she produce this live stream series, she is also head of photography and is a media partner with Global Photography, who are an LGBTQ plus friendly photography company. And as well as doing that, she's also part of the marketing and brand team. God, do you even get time to sleep? Listen, Shan, tell me, why did you first get involved with Pride?
So I mean, I've always wanted to help people in some way, or contribute, or volunteer, and give back to the community, but I never really knew how to give back, and what kind of skills that I had to offer to give back, to help. It was back in 2018, and I saw all the amazing work that Portsmouth Pride were doing, and I thought, I'm a photographer. Surely they could do with a photographer. So I got in touch on the Facebook page, and I didn't really expect a reply, to be honest with you. And now here we are, a few years later. And it's just been an amazing journey, really. I love going to all the events. I mean, I photograph them all for free. And it's just the way that I want to kind of contribute back with things that I have to offer. But because it's such an amazing organisation, I've just ended up getting sucked into it a little bit. And then I even brought you into it as well.
Yeah, you did.
So combined, we've both been sucked into it, and the amazing things and the potential that it has to help our community. So, so it's just kind of gone from there.
So, in case you don't know, Chantel and I are engaged. We're a couple. Woohoo! So, Chantel, I know we're running out of time, but I know your Pride story is really, really important, and I think really shows why Pride's still important for young people and people of all ages, really. So, tell me about your first time. Tell us about your first time of going to a Pride event. Anywhere, doesn't have to be Portsmouth.
Oh gosh, my first Pride event. So that I just, I don't know. I can't speak on behalf of everyone, but as Aaron said, back when I think I attended my first Pride event when I was about 14, maybe 15. I was quite young, and I didn't really know what was going on. It was before I fully realised who I was and everything, and there was no Portsmouth Pride around at the time, so I mean the closest one that I had to go to was Brighton, and I went for my first time, and I just remember being a little bit scared, not really knowing what to expect. And I went, and there was just so much love and so much acceptance, and you could see everyone being who they wanted to be, and encouraging everyone to just live their best lives, and celebrate love and equality. And that meant so much to me, and that gave me the strength to just be who I was, and that was like the big first stepping stone into just living my true self. So that's why Pride always has a special place in my heart, because if that could have done that for me, then even if we could do that for just one other person, that's what it's all about.
Completely. And I think that really shows the importance of Portsmouth Pride, because there are plenty of people who have never identified or seen someone who looks like them, who feels the same way, who has the same feelings, and who might just share the same interests. It can be quite lonely, I think, being part of the LGBTQ plus community sometimes, and that's why Pride's super, super important. So, Chantal.
Should we ask you?
Oh, you're going to ask me? Oh, lovely. Okay, then.
Memory?
As I said, my favourite memory is meeting Alexis Michelle. No, I only said that. I wasn't even taking the mickey out of Aaron. On the main event a couple of years ago, Chantal plucked up the courage, went on stage and actually proposed to me on stage, and it was something that was really, really surprising, because in case you can't tell, I'm the gobby one, she's really quiet. So it was a massive shock, and everyone kept it a really, really good surprise, really. And then we didn't really know how to tell people, so we got the lovely Alexis Michelle to film a little vid, didn't we, Shan?
We did. It was a surprise even for me, though, to be honest with you. And just coming back to what Mads and Jen said were their favourite moment. When I woke up that morning, I did not think I was going to propose to you. I thought about it a little bit, but I binned off the idea. And
we discussed it.
Yeah, we had, and just seeing everyone that coming through for the big, huge march at the beginning. I mean, you and I were in tears all day, weren't we? Because it was quite an emotional day. And I just knew that was the right time to do it, and I knew, and so yeah, that's kind of like one of my favourite memories, other than obviously getting engaged to you. Was that, and yeah.
Yeah, no, that whole day was such a brand new experience for us, I think, to be a part of Pride in a voluntary sense. That was really, really eye-opening for us, and actually I know really sparked you to get more involved, and then obviously sparked me too as well. So it's definitely something that's really, really important, and which is kind of why I've got a little bit more involved, I suppose. And we both have in our new roles. So I'm helping to lead marketing and brand for Portsmouth Pride this year, and Chantal is deputy. Lucky you. So what we do as part of the marketing and brand team is produce initiatives like this, ensure that different news things are being shared on social media, but we also are looking into representation and different things and initiatives that we can do online or through our marketing and branding. So if anybody's got any ideas, any feedback, we want to hear from you. We really, really do. And as Jen mentioned before, we're going to be looking for volunteers. We always are. And we're always grateful for any help and support that people can provide. If you have any particular skills in terms of marketing, social media, branding, we'd love to hear from you, in particular students and young people, but even people who are in business and just want to give back to the LGBTQ plus community of Portsmouth. Well, today's been really fun, us all having a chat. Don't you think, Shan?
Absolutely. It's nice to have everyone together, because normally it's just me and Tally, and I mean Tally does all the good bit, and I just hide behind the camera. But it's normally just Tally and me. So it's nice to have everyone here.
Yeah, and I think it's also really good for everyone, for all you guys at home or wherever you are, to be able to see some of the faces behind Portsmouth Pride. There's so many of us, and so many more of us than you've met today. But hopefully it kind of gives you a little bit of an insight into the hard work that goes into this, the fact that we're all volunteers, and that we're all super, super passionate about making Portsmouth and the wider world a more equal, loving place to live for everybody, not just some of us. So we have got some really exciting stuff coming up, don't we, Shan?
We do. Are you going to tell us, Georgia?
Of course I'm going to tell you, Shan. So over the next few weeks, every other week, we will be coming to you live on Facebook, and we are going to be chatting to all different people, and we'd love to hear from you if you want to get involved. If you're an expert, or if you are particularly interested in a certain issue and you'd be able to contribute to the show, get in touch. We'd love to hear from you.
Or if you have any like topics that you want covered or anything like that, because I mean, as a person who doesn't want to be too on the camera, you can contribute in other ways other than that. So you can just email us in with topics you want us to cover, and we'll find a guest for it. Sorry.
Yeah. No, don't apologise, Chantal. That's a really, really good point, because not everyone's as gobby as me. So not next week, the week after, which is 2 weeks today, on the 21st of October at 7 p.m. Get it in your diaries. We have got the amazing Sab Samuel, aka Ada HD. Now, they are going to be discussing their journey into drag, as Sab runs Drag Queen Story Hour UK. Now, Sab's had a really interesting time with offering out these drag story times and the pushback that they got against it, which was kind of interesting and kind of worrying, and how they've actually overcome that. Sab is also a children's author and has written and released an inclusive children's storytime book. So we're going to be chatting a little bit about that too. And we can't wait. So make sure you join us. Now, before we go, please like, comment, and share this, guys. We want this to reach as many people as possible, and so we can help as many people as possible. As we've said, we keep banging on about it, but if you want to get involved, get in touch. Drop your name in the comments. We can get in touch with you. And if you've got any ideas for the show, we want to hear from you. At the end of the day, community conversations is by the community, for the community. So we need you to be involved in order for us to know what's going on. So it's nearly 8 o'clock, might have just gone. Thank you so much for everyone who has watched. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.
Should we get everyone in for a little wave at the end?
Yeah, let's get everybody in. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time. Thank you, everyone, for coming on.
Bye.
See you all soon. Take care. Bye.